What's up? What's up? How's everyone? Let's take a look at the markets here. 15-minute kind of bullish, but the rest of the time frames are pretty bearish. I mean, unless we look at like the daily and the weekly. But this is kind of interesting here. In case we do continue bullish from here. In case we continue bearish, I will need some more confirmation. For the bullishness, I will also need more confirmation, but I could see myself taking a bullish trade if we continue up here. So yeah. So, okay, we are continuing bullish from the 15-minute here, which is interesting because like the 4-hour is pretty bearish currently, and the 1-hour is pretty bearish currently, but the 15-minute is like showing signs of bullishness. So let's just wait and see if it can actually respect this FEG or if it wants to break through it. Price is kind of unsure right now, so let's wait. So what do we see here? Bearishness coming in, right? Um, which is solid. I could take sells. I could take sells today. Um, simply because it's a Friday, and on the weekly profile, I still believe, like I said in the past streams, that this candle is going to be a bit of an indecision candle here, probably. So might we close bearish on the candle, on the weekly candle? Potentially, actually. But I guess that's what we will see today. And if price shows me that it wants to continue bearish, then who am I to say no, I don't like that. So if we get a bearish close on the 15 minutes, I'm ready to take sells, right? If we get a retracement, of course. So, damn, it is dropping. It is dropping pretty hard. And here's the thing. I came into the market today thinking, maybe if this 15-minute FEG holds, maybe I could go bullish, right? And now I'm saying, okay, well, I could go bearish here if this turns bearish, right? So I'm changing my bias essentially. I don't have a bias, as a matter of fact. And this is something that a lot of traders get wrong. You know, they want to predict the market and they say, oh, if when they say, oh, I want to go bullish from here, and then the market shows them that it's clearly not bullish, they will stick to their bias because they think trading is about predicting the market when it's clearly not. It's about reacting to what the market is showing you. That's it. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, 5 minute candle retracing right now. But what's important here for me is the 15 minutes. I want to see how this closes. Before this closes, I'm not going to do shit. All right. So let's wait and see. It's also a Friday, guys. So just stay patient. There's no rush in trading. There's no rush in trading at all. It's a game of patience. And if you can't be patient, then, well, you have to be patient anyways. The market doesn't give a fuck about if you're patient or not. If you're not patient, the market will just fuck you. So let's wait for 2 minutes. Okay, I mean, at this point, it's pretty clear. I mean, yes, you never know, but I'm just gonna lean out the window here and say that we have turned bearish now on the 15 minute again. So I'm gonna mark out these areas in which I would like to see a retracement and take a look at this as well. Maybe we can do it like this. Kind of aligns right here, yeah. So yeah, retracement here would be nice. This also aligns with this 5 minute FEG. I would like to see this candle close bullish um, for us to have the chance of a retracement, because if this candle would close very bearish, this could become a breakaway gap here. And what a breakaway gap is, it's essentially what a breakaway gap is. It's essentially a fair value gap where it's very likely that price won't return back into, right? You can see, I'm going to mark it out, this one here, right? This is on the 5 minute now. We've got this gap here, and the candle just closed incredibly bearish. The next candle after, well, the sort of third candle that created the FEG closed incredibly bearish. And that usually means that this is a breakaway gap here, an FEG that price most likely is not going to retrace into immediately, right? At some point, yes, price might come back here, but not in the very near future. With a gap like the one we created here, where this candle wasn't extremely bearish, the chance of price coming back up here are in general more likely. Okay, so price is just so bearish right now. We have the PDL as a target here. After we hit the PDL, I'm probably done for the day because after that, I just don't want to take any more sells. I can imagine price hitting the PDL, but I have no clue where it might go after that since it is a Friday, right? It is a Friday, so I'm not expecting that much. We can see the weekly candle just turned bearish here, right? Yep, it did. So we might actually get a bearish weekly close, a very slightly bearish weekly close. That could be, but I would just like to see a retracement before we take PDL so that we can take a little trade here. I mean, let's check out the 1 minute, right? What we did have is, so we did have, mm, yeah, there was this kind of move that was decent, I guess. Like you could have taken, you could have taken this, but it's just not. It wasn't super high probability for me because I wanted to see the candle close first. I guess maybe there was some SMT in here as well. Not really, no. But yeah, for me, it's just we're gonna wait some more. We're gonna wait some more. If you have any questions or anything, you can of course put them in the chat. I'll make sure to answer them. Okay, so heavy bearishness here, right? Heavy bearishness. There's not much we can do right now except of wait, because I want to see a retracement to take a trade. I don't want to take anything here just on the 1 minute. I want to see a retracement to some sort of zone. So let's see. Potential retracement coming in here. That's what I like to see. Okay, what can we see here? 5 minute is retracing. Getting us a 5 minute FEG here. Which I would like to see price trade back into. But it looks like price has other ideas of what it wants to do. I might take a trade here on a secondary account. Shit, it's kind of moving hard. Okay, I took one. There we go. Kind of just targeting PDL here. So we're in it like this. Let's wait and see what happens here. Now, this is not my optimal scenario here because I would have liked to see a little bit of a retracement. But price simply showed me an extreme amount of bearishness, making a retracement unlikely. So I went and entered the trade. And this is sort of what I talked about earlier as well, right? You just need to adjust to what the market is showing you instead of what you want the market to do, right? Because we can never predict the market. We simply have to follow the footsteps of the market and see where it leads us. Okay, so we can see a retracement here. Let's wait and see. Okay, let's see here. We're dropping again a little bit. Let's see what's gonna happen here. We're getting a rejection from this FEG here, right here, but price is kind of acting a bit jumpy right now, which is interesting. So we might still get our retracement here to the 5-minute before we take out PDL, but who knows? Let's wait and see. Okay, strong retracement here. Strong retracement. I don't have an issue with that. I mean, as I told you all before, this trade is simply on a secondary account. This is not on any main account. For my main accounts, I'm still waiting. I want to see some retracement. So this trade here is kind of my hedge, you know, if it just hits TP from here, then great. I've still made money, but if it comes and retraces, then I can enter on my main accounts as well. So really, I don't mind what happens here today. So okay, so price is unsure right now what it wants to do, if it wants to continue to the PDL or if it wants to kind of go up a little bit. We can see the 15-minute candle here. It's going to be very interesting how this one closes. If this one also just closes as a bearish candle, which would give us like 5 bearish candles on the 15-minute in a row. So let's wait and see here. We can see there was a 3-minute FEG here, bearish, that's kind of being respected. But I don't look at the 3-minute often, to be honest. I'd rather just focus on the 1-minute here. So let's wait and see how this plays out. If there's any questions, right, let me know in the chat. I might take a few partials here. Yeah, Hope you guys were able to take this as well, maybe on a secondary account. This trade, because yeah, it is a valid one. It is a valid one for sure. And there we go. TP hit, full TP. Let me just quickly check on my accounts. Yes, all good. This is nice. Done and dusted for the day. We're done for the day, essentially. Yeah, not much more to say. What can I say, right? Uh, we took the PDL. This is what we wanted to do today, right? We were aiming for this. We took a trade here. As I said, secondary account, right, guys? Just didn't feel comfortable with this on my main accounts. It's a Friday, price didn't retrace fully. It just wasn't a super high probability trade, like an A plus, you know. Um, and yeah, this is exactly what I have my secondary account for, right? Because I was still able to make some money here. I hope you guys were able to as well. And yeah, this is a good finish to a good week. It's been a really good week for us, right? If I remember correctly, like a win on Tuesday, win on Wednesday. Um, I think we had a no, Thursday we didn't trade, right? Yeah, true. Thursday I barely traded yesterday. Or was it Wednesday? Ah, doesn't matter. Anyways, we took a win, guys. Um, Another one for the week. It's been a good week. I'll see you all on Monday, right? We'll be back on Monday. Today's Friday. Yes. Enjoy your weekend. Um, do some journaling, do some back testing, right? Sure, you could have an off day, but I think if you truly want to make it in trading, there shouldn't necessarily be off days. Because yes, Monday through Friday is kind of the days where we are on the charts, looking at them, looking for trades, right? But that shouldn't mean that Saturday and Sunday are off days. There's always things you can do. That doesn't mean there's always things you should do, because you should also take some time off. But there's always things you can do, especially if you're not yet consistently profitable. You can be back testing, right? You can be going over the trades of the week, right? Looking at what you did right, looking at where you might have done a mistake. So yeah, enjoy your weekends, guys. I'll see you all on Monday. Lovely little trade here to end the week. Not a crazy RR, right? This is like 1 to 5 and 1 to 1.5 RR, you know. Something small because I only wanted to aim for the PDL. And yeah, see you all around. Bye bye.